Om Shanti. I create the awareness of being Master Almighty. This awareness will invoke all the powers within me, and also thinking of Almighty is invocation of Baba. So my powerful stage and Baba's company, Baba's power will make the soul not only powerful but victorious. So never feel weak or have weak thoughts, but always remember that I am Master Almighty and Almighty Baba is with me. This remembrance will become like a flame, and the flame always attracts many moths. So just stay constantly in this awareness. Om Shanti.
हसरत है हमारी बाबा पर दो वो पूरी आके मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके
जरूर वेस्ट का व्यर्थ कमाने का खाता भरा हुआ है। जैसे शरीरक रोग पहले बड़ा रूप नहीं होता, छोटा रूप होता है, लेकिन छोटे से बढ़ते बढ़ते बड़ा रूप हो जाता है और बड़ा रूप दिखाई देता है, छोटा रूप नहीं दिखाई देता। ऐसे ये व्यर्थ का खाता कमाना हुआ ना, जमा तो नहीं हुआ ना, तो कमाने का खाता बढ़ता जाता बढ़ता जाता बढ़ता जाता। पाप का खाता अलग है, ये खजाने कमाने का खाता। पाप तो स्पष्ट दिखाई देता है ना, तो महसूस कर लेते हो कि नहीं आज ये किया ना इसलिए खुशी गुम हो गई। लेकिन व्यर्थ कमाने का खाता उसकी चेकिंग कम होती है और आप समझते हो चलो आज का दिन भी बीत गया, अच्छा हो, कोई ऐसी गलती नहीं की। लेकिन ये चेक किया कि अपने संकल्प के श्रेष्ठ खजाने को जमा किया कि व्यर्थ कमाया, तो जमा नहीं करेंगे, जमा नहीं होगा तो कौन सा खाता होगा। कमाने का अंदर समझने में आता है बहुत कुछ कर रही है, लेकिन दूसरे का जिक्र बने, यूं तो अपने को अंदर से देखना होता है, दूसरे को बाहर से देखना होता है, वो सहज हो जाए। तो बाप दादा देख रहे थे कि जो विशेष खजाना श्रेष्ठ संकल्पों का है, वो व्यर्थ बहुत जाता है, पता ही नहीं पड़ता है कि व्यर्थ गया या समृद्ध।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya, the stage of a master almighty authority. You are servers, you are loving and have one strength and one support. All of that is fine, but the stage of a master almighty authority means the stage of a light and might house. So now, come onto the stage. Let your remembrance be volcanic, and everyone will come to circle around you like moths. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar, and today is the day first for month of August, and we're starting our new series. And new series topic is transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. And today's topic is the stage of a master almighty authority. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone okay? Did you all practice the stage of Lighthouse, Might House? I think few times a day, right? Our attention goes towards creating the stage. And since Baba had said that no waste thoughts, even today Baba said account of waste thoughts is bigger than of elevated thoughts. So one is not to have waste thought, other is to have elevated thoughts. Because with elevated thoughts, our own inner strength, inner stability, and inner feelings will also be very, very strong, will be powerful. So we also have to practice how to have elevated thoughts. I think it could be like good wishes for everyone, and always be benevolent and kind, merciful, and that's where elevated thoughts will come. So there are two things. One is not to have wasteful thought, but other is to have elevated thoughts, because that's going into the account also. More we have elevated thoughts, more our account will increase. At confluence age, our stage, and then the future really all depends on the account of elevated thoughts. So Baba is making it more and more clear what is lighthouse, lighthouse stage. So one of the method Baba is saying that constantly have the awareness that I am Master Almighty. It's very interesting that since I have heard and I'm thinking, and if we really, this could be elevated thought for the self. Elevated thoughts are not only for others. No? First, you have to for your own self. And the thought that I am Master Almighty is the elevated thought for the self. And if I have elevated thought for myself, then automatically, naturally, I will have elevated thoughts for others because there is no other thought then. So it's seems to be very beneficial, especially for this month of August. It's a month where we look at our purity, our love, our connection, relationship with everyone. And everything really begins with the thought, we know. And after thought, then there are words and there are actions. So that means whatever, if there are souls, Baba said, they are wandering, they need direction. So if we are in that stage, then others will get those directions, right? Their power to discern, power to do right things will definitely increase. Right? So see the benefit of, like, Baba always says, when you have ascending degrees, everyone's benefits. So that's how, when I have elevated thoughts for myself, it's not only positive, it's elevated. Then automatically the power to guide others, like Lighthouse, increases. Actually, what we see is just Lighthouse, right? But why it is Lighthouse? There's so many very, very high tides come, waves come and hit the lighthouse. But it never shakes. Very stable. And not only that, but the light, searchlight, continuously keep circling, keep moving. It never stops. So it's very subtle that my light not to reduce. It should constantly be there. So whether it is light and the might. So we will use this formula. We will use this method that I am Master Almighty. These days, Baba doesn't want us to be just satisfied with ordinary effort. Baba wants us to have elevated, high quality efforts. So Baba is saying that you are servers, you are loving, and you have one strength and one support. I think we all in our lives come across certain moments we just use one strength and one support. And Baba definitely makes himself present. Baba says that all that is fine, but the stage of a Master Almighty Authority means the stage of Lighthouse and Might House. You see, Baba is showing the connection of having the awareness of Master Almighty, Lighthouse and Might House. So now come onto the stage. Most of us are now still behind the curtains, right? Getting ready to come on the stage. Let your remembrance be volcanic, and everyone will come to circle around you like moths. There are different ways now to do service. You distribute flyers, you go and meet people, different programs. But for them to stay around, you have to be Lighthouse, Might House. Because that's what we want, no? That souls can stay around and be sustained constantly. So tomorrow, our homework, we will experiment with the stage of being Lighthouse and Might House. And feel the power. So when Baba asks us to be Lighthouse, Might House, there must be some reason, some significance. Because for service, maybe that's the stage we need, is of Lighthouse and Might House. So we will churn, reflect on that, and follow Brahma Baba, because he was like Lighthouse, Might House. His drishti, his words, his walking the way he used to walk. His whole personality was Master Almighty, Lighthouse and Might House. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
One of the things is when you were saying, actually, when I was hearing the Avyakti Share, I was thinking, how would we do it? Like, give us, like, how would you do it, like a drill? Do you do a drill for Lighthouse stage? How do you do?
Yeah. Whenever we have few moments, we are sitting, then creating awareness. No? So there is connection between thoughts and awareness. So some people say, what comes first, the thoughts or awareness? And I say it is through the thoughts that we could create awareness. But also once you have created awareness and you had some nice experience, now awareness will come first and then we start practicing. So there is deep connection between thoughts and awareness. So when Baba said thought has power and awareness also has power, right? So during day to practice thinking, whether you call it exercise or practice, whatever it is, as many times during day, we can have this thought like today, I Master Almighty. So Master Almighty words, Master Almighty thoughts will definitely create the stage of Master Almighty. And then, as I said, we are invoking Almighty also. So let's see, there could be very good experiences. So it's exercise in a way.
So I
you
just
must have,
have.
you must have heard that during Call of Time, one of the participants, the main brother, he bought 100 books, your practices, and he gave to every Nivasi, Sevadari, and participants a book. So when we told him this is the book with 50 exercises of soul consciousness, they were very excited. So everyone got a book.
Oh, thank you, Didi. Thank you. Thank you. That's such a blessing. That's such a blessing. I use it too, actually. Baba used this instrument to write it, but now I'm using it to practice too. So I want to go back to this Master Almighty Authority. So the Master Almighty Authority stage is just the awareness that I'm Master Almighty Authority and Baba is with me. That's the awareness.
Baba said both, it's awareness, but also a stage. Because when I'm creating awareness and it's becoming a stage. And when a stage is like, then you are Lighthouse, Lighthouse. I really connected very much that, because this whole question of what is the stage of Lighthouse, Lighthouse, I was saying stage of Master Almighty. So that means I have to just simply use the thoughts, create the awareness, and there will be stage of Lighthouse, Lighthouse.
I always felt like I wondered what is the difference between Lighthouse and Mighthouse. But today when you were talking, this thought came that if you are enough in the Lighthouse stage, which is really being aware of Baba, being aware of the knowledge, being aware of the soul and all of that, that then the Mighthouse stage is created. The consistent Lighthouse stage brings the Mighthouse stage. What do you feel? Like that's what you were sharing just now.
Yeah, because the soul is light and might, right? Let's say as much our purity increasing, our light increasing. But through the might, we can see the light. So they both have connection, light and might, right? So because the lighthouse is stable and it's always there, so when the light is circling around, I mean, that's what is guiding boats and the ships. And so when Baba say wandering souls, in the sense of there are some, they're not able to meditate, their mind is very fickle. And so if we are in front of them, and they will be guided in the sense of it could help them.
Right.
Yeah. So it's all, I think it has to be experimented.
Right.
We might have to do another book with Lighthouse, Lighthouse.
Lighthouse, Mighthouse, yes, Didi, with your help. Today in the blessing, Baba said something very interesting. He was saying that I hope it's in today's blessing or tomorrow's blessing. I read tomorrow's Murli somewhere. But anyway, so this thing of the attainments and the happiness, like brings peace and power, the vibrations of happiness and maybe it was tomorrow's, sorry, Didi, that was tomorrow's. I read Murli for Australia and I read tomorrow's Murli, so I must have mixed that up. But anyway, he said that the vibrations of happiness and the attainments will give peace and power to souls. And so what you're saying is similar. You're saying that this lighthouse and mighthouse, that if people are fickle, that you are in this lighthouse, mighthouse stage, and you will be able to really stabilize people.
Actually, this whole topic of transformation of atmosphere or creating right kind of atmosphere, that's the whole topic. And it's really true that when Baba, many souls, new souls come to Baba's home, they look around and the vibrations they feel, from where these vibrations coming, they feel peace, they feel love, So I think that's what Baba meant, that if you have to serve, create vibrations, create atmosphere, so they will have that experience. And when they have experience, they will know it's real. That's where I should be, or that's where I should learn. So many souls, when they come first time to Baba's home, they have this experience, right?
Mm,
So,
right.
and it's the vibrations, like we
Right.
go to Peace Village, it's beautiful, it's clean, everyone likes it. But more what they like is its vibrations. There is lightness, there is a lot of happiness. It's very peaceful, it's easy to meditate. So those vibrations have been created by yogis, when they go and they live that life also. So I think
Right.
awareness will spread the vibrations, and that will help the souls very much.
Mm, right. So yesterday's Murli Baba was saying that if you're a helper over a long period of time, and if you have none but one, that Baba will give all of these amazing experiences. So when you came into Gyan, did you have visions, like especially of the golden age and stuff?
Yeah, first was I got connection with Sri Krishna. It's like I had his vision, and then after some time, many golden age
Tell us
visions.
some. Tell us some.
I think Dadi Gulzar describes it very nicely.
But we
That
want to hear your experience.
I
Maybe
have,
tomorrow, maybe next time. But I want you to
I,
think about it and tell us a few of your
I
experiences.
have to recollect. No, yeah, I will. Yeah.
One of the things Baba was saying in yesterday's Murli was that that you will see Lakshmi and Narayan getting married, the vision of Lakshmi and Narayan getting married, and how Lakshmi and Narayan run the kingdom. Do you remember anything about running the kingdom?
I many times see or saw also them sitting on the throne and, having a little court and, few of the people meeting. And so I always see them on the throne. That definitely I remember. And of course, this is how they rule, right? Sitting on the throne or walking in the morning strolling or walking in the gardens, but also very beautiful music of the birds and, the nature, the fragrance of flowers and trees loaded with fruits, so the nature is very full and full. So that's one thing. But also lot of land with every palace, lot of land. So that's why you have to visit and you have to go in Viman, sit in the Viman and go and meet this one, that one. So some of those things definitely I have seen, but I feel also that yes, truly this is how it will happen. So let's
That's
see.
wonderful.
Yeah, we are waiting.
One of the things that you said a few days back, that when I asked what do Lakshmi and Narayan do, you said they just be. Their being is to just their royalty is their being, and in their being they are being for the kingdom, they're serving. And I thought that was a very foundational aspect of Lakshmi and Narayan. They're just taking a walk. They are serving. They're running the kingdom by taking a walk. And so,
Like, we say what Brahma Baba used to do. Of course, he will join children for every task. That was one thing, but his presence, right? Whenever he's walking, he's around in kitchen, everyone's attention is for Baba. And that's the stage of Lighthouse, Might House. He used to walk around, everyone is getting light and might from Baba. So it was not simply walking, but it's like Lighthouse, Might House. Anyone did anything, Baba give drishti of light, and that soul will feel a lot of power. So drishti, light and experience of power was the main from Baba, Brahma Baba. So
Wow.
we all have to become that, by the end, where we just give drishti and people feel power from that. And
Right.
that love they feel from that they feel as belonging to Baba. Because to make someone own, you have to give light and might. It's very, very important, not only through words, because the relationship of us, spiritual relationship, should be based on light and might. That means we recognize each other through drishti. This is very pure soul. This one seems to be of elevated soul. So through drishti, that relationship is created. And then we do mansa seva, we share might to each other, Like some people were asking, what made you go to London? I said, to go and get blessings. My effort was there, which was my income. But it's all blessing from thousands of people. But when Eric told me that whole world was watching, then I said, I was not thinking. But it's true that I got blessings. So that will extend my capacity to do little more.
Right. Didi, a few days back, we were reading the 1971 Avyak Murlis, and in that, Baba was saying that how to give blessings, to be a bestower of blessings. And he said that along with good wishes and pure feelings, we need to add power. So for it to be a blessing, what is the difference between like a good wish and a pure feeling and a blessing?
See, blessings, good wishes could be from intellect. The blessings come from the heart. When you receive something, you're very pleased, or at the right time, someone just helped you, and you immediately say, bless you, So it comes from the heart. It comes from whether through attainment or help, And the good wishes could be normal, I have to give good wishes, but blessing is which comes from the heart, where somebody, as I said, could be helping or doing something or looking at them, how they're serving Baba. As soon as you see them serving Baba day and night, you immediately bless. Baba gives you a good health. Baba will make you live longer. Let Baba, your heart sings the praise for that soul. Those are blessings, and they work.
So, Didi, when Baba is saying about being a bestower of blessings, I'm guessing to be a bestower of blessings, not to people who are doing, not to Brahmins who are doing amazing work, but maybe to people who are just coming in front of you. Can you be a bestower of blessings to people who come in front of you, not if they've done something or from your heart you feel they've done a good job, but just looking at someone, can we be bestowers of blessings?
So when someone comes and we give the card of blessing, right? So when we give the card of blessing, that becomes blessing. Or other ways to read that card to that person. Or before giving, Dadi Janki used to read the blessing and then give. So it could be like sharing our blessing also with the card. So they're not really just giving a card of blessing, but it's also from your heart.
Right.
And it does work, it does work.
So we can be bestowers of blessings to people, not necessarily because they've done something, but because from your heart, the power is so much that from your heart you can be a bestower of blessings?
Actually, we have to give blessing to everyone, no? Be happy, be healthy, be successful. So these should be our thoughts and words. No? What is elevated thoughts are thoughts of blessings. So, sometimes blessing card is very long and it says a lot, but simply just say be happy,
Right.
be successful. And they feel it, like parents bring their students, you bless this student, should pass with honor. So you will say, no, I don't give blessing. I say, no, have success. So our thoughts and words, they become words of blessing.
So sometimes I wonder, like sometimes I've noticed with you or with Dadi Janki, that because that you have acquired some siddhis, like your thoughts and words become blessings. And if, like, what would it take for my thoughts and words to become blessings?
Start giving, no? Then you will see whether you are
Right.
like if you look at someone doing something and even just to say it's going to be okay, it's going to be successful, and you will see that that's how that is, and we start giving and we find that it's really both ways. The soul feels powerful because soul feels that a great soul has given the blessing, but also it can start working. There is one sister, she was not well, and she wanted to hear the voice, Bhumi Ben, or I should just say hello to her. And that's making her healthier and healed her properly. So if our voice can do that, so it's a lot of healing capacity,
Right.
You can call it blessing. So you can start giving blessing, right?
I love this, Didi. Just start giving. Just start somewhere, right? We need to start somewhere. Start giving.
You start with me and then you will see.
Didi, you always have my blessings. Yes. And I was watching you also in the thing, the transmission from Oxford. It was so beautiful. It was very touching, very moving. And I'm sure everyone was very moved that you were there.
It was, I think, essential and became a history. So I am happy that Baba make me do that.
Karan Karavanhar. Yeah. Thank you, Didi. Thank you so much.
Okay, Shrin. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Wonderful. Thank you, Didi, and thank you, Shirin Ben, for such a beautiful sharing. And of course, we all are enjoying, right? One more thing I want to just mention before we move forward. It has been like more than 3 years, and in the beginning it was Corona time, and we were at home, right? So it was easy to be in Zoom, but I'm sure now many of us are getting busy in Baba service, different centers in Lokik's. So of course, trying your best, and we see the result that even though if it's a busy schedule, many of you are joining every day online, live in YouTube, in Zoom. So really want to appreciate and say thank you to each one of you being part of Avyakti Parivar so consistently. And it really gives us inspiration to do more and more. Of course, we are getting from each other. And as Didi always mentioned, that she feels coming every day because everyone is waiting for her. And I'm sure everyone is thinking because Mohini Didi is there, we want to be here, right? So thank you once again. And of course, our Avyakti team has been doing tirelessly all the amazing things in Avyakti Parivar. So really want to thank them, and especially to all the translators. It's more than 3 years consistently every single day. More than nine languages we are doing the translation live. It's really amazing, right? So let's give thanks to them also. And because of them, there are so many souls who are able to listen and getting the blessings, right? One more request: if you are at home, and if possible, please try to turn on your video, because it's nice that Didi can see you. Of course, you can see Didi every day, but it's nice if Didi can see you as well. Just if it's possible, if you are at home and if you're sitting, try to turn on your video. So, because Didi can see each one of you very clearly, we have a huge screen in front of her. So she can recognize everyone, she can know who is sitting. So just wanted to request that if it's possible. Thank you very much. And now today is the first day, of course, and I had shared yesterday also that this sharing from ancestors had been very helpful to everyone. We got a lot of good feedback, and we have so many things to share actually. So we'll continue with this. Welcome to Avyakti Journey, sharing from ancestors.
बाबा की आशाओं की बनी तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बाबा की आशाओं की बनी तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बड़ों के आशीषों की ये तो मेहरबानी है, मीठे सुरों की बनी सरगम सबको सुनानी है।
Now, I know that both of you are theists, and that but you write. I've read your book, The Wings of Soul, and I was very impressed with that. What do you feel that you could do for non-theists?
भगवान को कोई माने न माने,
I say that whether someone believes in God or not,
वास्तव में मानना चाहिए,
actually one should believe.
परंतु मनुष्यों का क्या है, वायुमंडल ऐसा मिला है, कोई ऐसी जानकारी मिली नहीं है जो समझे आवश्यक है।
It might be because of the way one is brought up in the kind of atmosphere, or maybe there is not enough understanding or knowledge. Because of that faith is not there.
क्यों चारों तरफ वैल्यूज को तो हर एक मानते हैं आजकल।
Everyone definitely do agree with the values of life.
There are in the world many secular people, and so, but what you're saying is that all people from different faiths and no faith do have similar values that could lead to peace.
राइट क्या, रॉन्ग क्या, मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना।
Most important really to have that inner conscience where I'm able to discern between what is right and what is wrong.
Exactly. You know the Dalai Lama, I understand.
आप दलाई लामा से मिले हैं?
And from his book, I'd like to quote something from his book and get your reaction. The Dalai Lama says that in the past, many people believed that ethical practice was maintained through following one religion or another. But this is no longer the case. This is what I was saying. Many people in the world are secular. So we must establish basic ethical principles for all. Basic ethical principles should be part of public school curricula from preschool on.
मनुष्य को सत्यता तो दिल में धारण करनी चाहिए।
I definitely feel that most important really is to have that truth within the heart.
और किसको दुख न देवे, और कोई दुख देता है तो दुख लेकर के दुखी न होवे।
And one of the important thing I always tell people that don't cause sorrow to anyone. don't cause sufferings, and not take sorrow from
But
anyone.
in other words, the values that we could all agree on.
कुछ ऐसी values होती है ना जिसमें सब धर्म वाले मानते
ये
हैं.
जरूरी है.
That's important.
That way we could
वैल्यूज
have,
में कोई धर्म की बात ही नहीं है.
In values, we don't have anything of beliefs or in any religion.
तो मैं कहती हूँ वास्तव में धर्म हमारे आगे बैरियर नहीं होना चाहिए.
But then religion should also not become barrier in allowing ourselves to follow the values.
हम धर्म शब्द जो है ना वो कहती है हमारा सत्यता अंदर धारण होनी चाहिए. कोई हिंदू क्रिश्चियन मुस्लिम जो बिलीव जो शब्द है ना वो छोड़ के जो धारणा करनी चाहिए श्रेष्ठ वही वास्तव में धर्म है.
One of the meaning of the religion also is what I inculcate, what I adopt as my principles.
yes.
And I feel that when it comes to truth and non-violence, principles like these, there is
We
really
can all
no
agree.
question of
Yes.
religion.
I must tell you, I have,
इसलिए कईयों को क्वेश्चन उठता है आखिर ब्रह्मा कुमारी कौन से धर्म को मानती है. ब्रह्मा कुमारी मानती है लाइफ क्या होनी चाहिए.
That is why few people do ask us that what religion Brahma Kumaris are, and we say that we not from any particular religion, but we want that the people should live the life of values. That's our
so that we
teaching.
could live in peace. I have some very good friends who are from India who live here now. They will be listening to Daddy.
कुछ ऐसे मेरे मित्र हैं भारत से, वो लोग भी अभी ये प्रोग्राम सुन रहे होंगे और आपकी बात सुन रहे हैं.
They will be very happy to hear.
उन्हें बहुत खुशी हो रही होगी.
In your book, you say we have a responsibility to give to others, but isn't that a choice that we have?
आप कहते हैं ना देने की जिम्मेवारी है.
जब मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शब्द कहती हूँ ना
When I use the word responsibility,
परंतु ये एक स्नेह भरी भावना वाली जवाबदारी है.
actually this responsibility, sense of responsibility comes from love and many good feelings.
और मनुष्य
Oh, then
जिम्मेवारी
you would make that choice. So it all begins with love.
और मनुष्य में तो जिम्मेवारी माना बहुत दिमाग चलाना टाइम देना नहीं. जिम्मेवारी दिल से देना टाइम.
People sometimes think the word responsibility is like coming something from your head, but responsibility is something coming from your heart,
Yes.
where you feel that you are responsible.
दिल से भावना से
Then you
From-
choose
बैठे
to
भी
give.
दे सकते हैं.
All right, okay. So what if you're giving and it's not appreciated?
आप दे दूसरा appreciate नहीं करे.
मुझे ये पक्का है आज नहीं तो कल अभी कई ऐसे हैं जो 20 साल से ये सुनना होगा अभी उसको काम में आ रहा है. देना हमारा काम है.
I think that we should continue to give because maybe not today, tomorrow, or I know that there are some people who had been listening to certain good teachings for 20 years, but they haven't really practiced. But time comes in their life that they start accepting. So I believe that we shouldn't stop giving.
बाबा तेरा बनने में सुख मिलता इलाही है. सुख मिलता इलाही है. बाबा तेरा बनने में सुख मिलता इलाही है. सुख मिलता इलाही है. खुशियों से भरा जीवन हर पल में कमाई है. हर पल में कमाई है.
Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. So wonderful interview with Dadi ji. So Dadi had written, it was a book from Dadi ji. So based on that, there was an interview. Anyway, tomorrow is Wednesday. Our schedule from Amritwila 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Evening 5 to 5:30, children awake the children Murli class. Meditation starts at 6 p.m. followed by Hindi series, meditation commentary by Didi, English series, and awake the journey. So now let's do Awake Murlis. Welcome to Awake the Journey. Awake Murlis from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Avyakt Murli, 24th of May, 1971. Finishing opposition by staying in your position. Whatever you are, whomever you belong to remain stable in that awareness means the pilgrimage of remembrance. Is this difficult? Is it difficult to accept yourself as you are? You have forgotten the reality. You have received the teachings to stabilize yourself in that awareness. So is it difficult to stabilize yourself in your original form, or is it difficult to stabilize yourself in your artificial form? Little children wear artificial masks during the festivals of Holi and Dashera. If you were to tell them to remove the artificial masks and to stabilize themselves in their original form, would it be difficult for them? How long would it take them? All of you have also played this game, have you not? What masks did you put on? Sometimes that of a monkey, sometimes that of a devil, and sometimes that of Ravan. How many artificial masks have you adopted? What does the Father say now? Remove those artificial masks. What is difficult about that? So always have the intoxication of what your original form, your original dharma, and your original karma are. We are master knowledgeful with the real knowledge. This intoxication is a little less. What do you become if you constantly have this temple? This intoxication is a little less. What do you become if you constantly have this intoxication? Have you seen the memorial of what you become? In the Dilbala temple, they are the memorials of the Tapaswi Kumars and Kumaris. And what is the memorial of your constantly staying in intoxication? Achalgar. By constantly staying in that intoxication, you will become unshakable and immovable. You become stable to such an extent that Maya is not able to shake you even in your thoughts. There is the memorial of the Ravan community trying to shake your foot, but they were not able to shake it even slightly. Do you have such intoxication of that being your memorial? Or do you think that that is the memorial of the great Maharathis? By having the faith in the intellect that that is your memorial, you will definitely attain victory. Do not ever think that that is for other Maharathis and that you are effort makers. If you have weakness in your faith and in the awareness of being an embodiment, there is weakness in your actions too. So your every thought should be constantly filled with faith in the intellect. Before you perform actions, have the faith that victory is already guaranteed. You have been victorious for many cycles. Since you have been victorious for many cycles and many times, since you have become those who are to be threaded in the rosary of victory and those who are to be worshipped, will you not repeat this now? You simply have to perform the action that you have already performed. This is why you are told that it is predestined, but that you now just have to repeat it and fulfill the saying that it is predestined. When you have faith, I am that, I have to do this, or I can do this, the intoxication increases. If you do not have any faith, there isn't any intoxication, because only those who have faith will move along in the waves of the stage of an ocean of intoxication. When you become experienced in such a stage, then others will be able to see through you, through your form, the image of the one who is teaching you. So, are you the images who have such experience that the image of the Father and the teacher is revealed through your face and features? Have you become this, or are you still becoming this? Are you the stars of success or the stars of hope? You have the birthright of success, and you speak of the Almighty authority. Therefore, any lack of success is a lack of power. Because of the lack of power, you're defeated by Maya. When you stay in the awareness of the Almighty Authority, Father, because you are the children of the Almighty Authority, success is your birthright. There should be success merged in every second. Your days of being unsuccessful are now over. Now keep the slogan of success in your consciousness. To be continued. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.